Hello from Kentucky. You're on RV to Freedom Live, and we are talking today about making connections on the road. How do you meet RVers, other RVers, when you're living a full-time life or even part-time and you're out and you want to meet some other people that are like you.
And we just happened to be at the Escapers Convergence in Taylorsville, Kentucky. And all those crazy people back there, we just met for the first time because of meetups that clubs put on, like Escapees.
So I'm Carenza, this is Brandon.
Hi.
And we are from RV to Freedom. And we are going to talk about the making connections tonight.
Yep.
So let's get started. Our number one, we have 5 tips for you here. Number one is Instagram. Instagram is a great place to find other RVers. We're all on there sharing our locations, sharing our travels,
and
pretty
Instagram,
pictures.
It's just a picture sharing site. So you think, like, how do you meet people on Instagram if you're just sharing pictures? But all of us like to go to cool places and take cool pictures of stuff. So you see another RVer that's taking a cool picture somewhere and you ask them, hey, where is that? How do I get there? What's it like? And have conversations with people. And the more you talk to people and you start following people, you'll see that I'm in the same location as someone. We've actually just today saw someone that we met in the Keys that happens to be just a few miles down the road from us here in Kentucky. So tomorrow we're going to go meet up with them again.
Right. Yeah. And so there's these great connections you can make. You can get to know people if you chat through it, kind of just talk back and forth on the photos and get some real life connections going and meet up. And you can use hashtags like RV Life, Home is Where I Park It, RV to Freedom. There's a bunch of different ones if you want to search for those and follow. And Instagram's really good about giving you other people to follow as you go along. Glasses here. It's actually starting to get a little bit darker now.
So number 2 is Our Village, which is another kind of social Facebook type site for RVers. So it's a place where RVers can track their locations. What's really cool about it is you can check into an RV park when you get there. And you can see other people who are checked into that park. And you can kind of, find out who else is in our village. You can stalk them on our village and see what they're into and see if you have common interests.
And it's not even just the people in the park, but it gives you a radius of everyone around you.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see who's there, and you can list your interests and kind of see if you think you're compatible, or maybe find people to go kayak with or something like that.
And our village has interest groups within it. So if you're interested in scuba diving like I am, there's a scuba group. There's a group for off-roading. There's a group for quilting. There's a group for everything. Anything you can think of, there's a group for. So, our village is a great resource. And they have just launched an app that also makes it real easy to find people nearby and track your location. Another cool thing is if you keep track of your location in there, you can generate a map from our village, put it on your website, and it shows everybody where you've been.
Our number 3 is Facebook groups, and you might even be watching this in the RV to Freedom group. So if you are, you know all about groups and how they work, and they're a great place to meet other RVers. You can talk with them there and sometimes make a connection and then meet up later on down the road. You might find out someone's in the same location as you. It's one of the reasons sometimes we put a thread out on our group about, show off where you are, because people find out, oh, hey, I'm in Watkins Glen, I'm headed that way, and then you might get to meet a new friend.
Yep.
And so our number 4 is convergences and rallies, just like this one. So we're at the Escapers Convergence, and they're a great place to meet people in person. We've not met any of these guys before, but we're fast friends. We're having a great time, and we'll probably keep connected with everyone.
Hey, everybody say hey!
Yeah. So we've been to a few, and that's where we've actually met quite a few people that we've stayed in touch with, and then we've met up at other times along the road. So it's a great place to really get in there and meet some people in person, because online is great, but when you have that in real life connection, you actually get to see people and get to just hang out, and it's fast friendships on the road. It seems like it's very fast.
It's real quick, and you all live in an RV already, so it's real easy to kind of come together and just tell your RV story so you have something in common and just an easy way to talk.
Right.
Yeah.
So escapers, escapees, FMCA, you know, there's a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, there's even clubs for vets, military veterans to get together. There's off-roading
and then
RV
that
club.
number 5 is basically that, brand specific and interest clubs.
Interest specific. So there's brand specific clubs, there's Airstream rallies, there's Monaco rallies, there's Holiday Rambler rallies, Newmar has rallies, and then you have rallies for, like I said, vets and all different kinds of rallies. Again, there's something for every interest group. So if you just look around, you can find your people, and then once you find your people, it makes living on the road a lot more fun.
It definitely does. So let's see, we have Instagram, Our Village, Facebook groups, convergences and rallies, brand specific clubs, and let's just talk about a little bit extra here, walking around the campground and maybe just meeting people, because you can definitely do that. RVers are a friendly bunch, and if you're walking your dog, people tend to stop you and ask about your dog, or if they have a dog, they're talking back and forth to you. And you know what? If you see another rig like yours, it's always a thing to talk about.
Oh yeah, or a weird rig. Like these folks back here have a really cool van that's vintage, and you can't not be talked to if you have a cool rig, because people are going to walk up and talk to you, and you're going to walk up and talk to them, and they're really used to it. And you know, it's something that you can break the ice with, and then you know, find out if you actually like the people.
Right. Airstreamers, we've been with friends with Airstreams, and they see another one pull in the campground.
Yeah, they have to run off and go
but
introduce
we've met
themselves.
some great people like that. That's how we met some great people over our 4th of July last year.
We've met people in the campground that had the same RV as we did. They were parked right across from us. It was
there were 2 rigs here that they actually had the same exact
They had the
RV.
same RV and towed car behind it.
Yeah.
So that's how they met. And they've kind of stayed friends and follow each other around now.
Yeah, they had a lot in common. So it's kind of a fun thing. You may not always see the same RV as yours, but if you do, it's just a fun way to kind of break the ice and get to know someone. And people are often sitting outside at their campsites anyway.
Yeah.
So you can kind of break the ice and talk that way too.
Another thing that I think makes it easier is it's easier for RVers to get together in the winter months. Because all RVers tend to congregate in the south. They're either going to be somewhere in South Florida, or they're going to be somewhere in the Southwest desert or California area. So those months make it super easy to meet people or to cross paths with people you've met before, because everybody's close enough.
Right.
And then throughout the summer, you'll travel and, you know, maybe crisscross the country and meet up with people in different places. So yeah, and just to let you guys know, we were super introverted people. We still are sort of introverted people, but being on the road changes you. It makes you, you know, I don't know.
There's a lot of introverts. There are a ton of introverts on the road, and it's one of those things where we all get together and we have a lot of fun and we hang out, but everybody understands we all go back to our RVs and have to chill for a while.
Yeah,
afterwards.
we have to go live by ourselves for a while away from people. But there's tons of introverted people. But being out on the road, you become a little happier and a little more, you know, open, and you know, you can find your people easier. Yeah. And a lot of people are introverted on the road, so you can manage to meet other introverts. It actually works out pretty well, because you understand each other. You know, now's the time that we need to go, you know, sleep in our RV by ourselves. Right.
No one's going to get upset about it. And like I said, we're way more social than we were in a house, in a apartment, wherever, because it's easier. You actually try to go meet up with people because you don't get to see them that often. Right. It's not we can do it next week. It's no, here's our chance.
Right. So and it's easy. The second you meet up, it's just like you never left. You just make your own stupid jokes that you've been making, and you have fun. You talk about where you've been and where you're going, and then you move on, and you know, see if maybe you'll cross paths again sometime. And it's the getting online and meeting people online is kind of a good way to start out if you're not really an outgoing person, because you don't have to sit there and talk to anybody in person at first. It's a lot easier to be outgoing behind a keyboard than to do it in person. Even us in campgrounds, you know, we may some days, you know, we'll smile and wave, but we don't go out of our way to meet people. But online, you know, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to talk. But rallies too, even if you're an introvert, at least there's other people kind of take the pressure off. Yeah. And the good thing is,
it seems like people out here, they're our tribe. You know, it's you are already have stuff in common. You're RVers. You know what it's like out on the road. Something a little different than maybe the everyday sticks and bricks.
Yeah, and you know, going to a rally is great because everybody goes to a rally to meet people. So everybody walks up to each other and introduces themselves. So it's not awkward. It's just kind of what you do. So it's normal. And then, you know, you find your people, and then you keep meeting up with them other places.
Yeah. So let's run through these again. Just to kind of go over them quickly. We have number 1 is our Instagram. Great place to hang out, meet people, see what other RVers are doing.
And just to say,
them.
Instagram is primarily on your phone. So it's an app
Yes.
you would download on your iPhone or Android phone. You can look at pictures on your computer, but you can't really interact very easily. So it's really a phone
app. But you can put your location. You can choose to do it afterwards if you don't want to share it. But you can see who else has posted pictures in the area. But it's also just about finding people to follow and commenting on there and making thoughtful comments and making connections for later. You might meet up.
So number 2?
Our Village.
And that's RVILLAGE.
.com. So it's like Facebook for RVers.
Yep.
So you can friend people on there. You can see where they are. You can check into a campground, see who's in the campground, see who's in the area.
You can join the interest groups.
Join the interest groups, see what other people's interests are, hit up people, send a message to them saying, hey, you know, I'm in the same campground. Do you guys want to go for a hike or meet up for happy hour or a campfire?
Yep.
So it's a fun thing. We've met a few people, especially in the beginning. Yeah. And then number 3.
Facebook groups. So Facebook groups like RV to Freedom. If you see other people in the group that you're nearby or is going somewhere you want to go, start talking to them. You know, your paths may cross someday.
Yeah.
And there's tons of other RV-specific Facebook groups and even just general interest Facebook groups where you can meet people. I meet scuba divers all over the country through Facebook. That's my best way to meet other people to dive with. And I have people now that if I come back into that state, I'm going to go dive with them right away. So yeah, it's a great tool.
Number 4.
Convergences and rallies. So these are easiest to find through the big clubs. So like the Escapees Club, FMCA, those 2 clubs. And Our Village has rallies. Passport America actually has rallies.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of RV rallies out there. And they're a little bit expensive sometimes, but there's a lot to offer when you go there. There'll be a ton of people. You'll meet everybody all at once. There will be lots of cool seminars, lots of cool training things, you know, just lots to take in.
And you can choose what kind of thing you want to do. If you want to go to the big ones or like this one's pretty small, kind of escapers.
Yeah.
It's a little more laid back.
Yeah, the escapers convergences are super laid back. It's, you know, this is a very small one, but not a whole lot planned, and we just kind of make our own plan as we go, and, you know, everybody's really cool.
Right. Number 5, brand-specific clubs. And so you have all your Newmars, your
Airstreams, you have van clubs.
Forest River, the Frogs, the Frog Group.
Yeah, bus conversion clubs. And those are great not only for meeting people, but also for meeting people with similar RVs. So if you have a problem, you can reach out to a group of people that have the same RV that could help you solve that problem.
I'm going to throw another one in here and say festivals.
Yes, definitely.
Festivals and fairs, things like that. A lot of these guys, I don't know if you can hear the music back there, but they actually play at different festivals around, and you know, even if you're just attending, there's always campgrounds at them.
Yeah,
so.
And there's, you know, small country music, bluegrass festivals, and there's Burning Man, and there's EDM festivals. There's festival for everything.
Electric Forest.
Electric Forest, yeah. One of the people here is headed to Electric Forest right after this.
Yeah. And then just walk around the campground, say hello, be friendly, because RVers are pretty friendly, and they'll probably talk to you back.
Yep. So that's it. It's pretty simple, and it makes it better.
It does. It is really nice to meet people on the road, meet people that you relate with, and that you can go and meet them at different places, kind of have that experience.
Yeah, when we started, the RV was all about going to see all the places we always wanted to see. But, you know, a few years in, you've seen a lot of the places you already wanted to see. Then it becomes more about meeting up with the people that you met. So our big excitement for this year is getting back to the desert to hang out with our friends in the desert. So, yeah.
Priorities change.
Exactly.
So we hope these tips help you. We hope that you can meet other RVers on the road and make some connections, and join the group if you haven't. Maybe you'll make a connection in there, and we hope to see you in there.
Yep.
And see you on the road.
We'll see you on the road. We're going to get back to the party.
Have a great night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this replay of our Facebook Live show.
Join our Facebook community to participate in the live shows and learn how to live in an RV.
Go to rvtofreedomgroup.com to join the RV to Freedom Facebook group.
And to be notified about our next live videos and more, sign up with the link provided below in the video description.
We want to help you find your RV to freedom.